Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and today's unboxing is going to be the Team Associated Apex 1/18 scale touring ready to run vehicle. Now I've got to say, Team Associated actually came out with 3 different platforms just recently. The Apex, of course, here, which is the kind of on-road touring type of vehicle. They also came out with a monster truck and also a new buggy, all pretty much on the same 1/18 scale platform. Now it is part of their qualifier series, which basically means it is a ready to run vehicle, and it has some pretty cool features all packed into a very small, compact, minuscule price tag. So definitely check that out in the video description. I'll have a pricing link down there for you. Now in this box you get some pretty cool stuff. You get everything already pre-assembled. You get a 2.4 gigahertz remote control. You do get adjustable fluid filled shocks. You do get a high performance 370 sized motor. All sorts of things, all ball bearings throughout. You do get a battery for the vehicle. You do get a charger for the battery, ESC, RX all-in-one. I mean, just lots of features packed into this very small platform. On the flip side here, you do get a choice of a couple of colors, both the metallic gray that I picked up and also a white version, which we are seeing right there. So pretty cool. I happen to definitely like that kind of gunmetal gray look. It just stands out to my eye. So without further ado, let's get this thing unpackaged and show you what we get inside the box. All right, so before we get into the star of the show, the Apex over there in the corner, let's go over some of the boring stuff, the things you get inside the box that actually help you make this thing run. Now, of course, we do have kind of a new remote here. This is the XP100. It is definitely a smaller sized remote, but still can fit larger hands like myself here. It does have a nice kind of a wheel feature with a kind of integrated little rotor and caliper inside of there. Trigger feels nice. It does have a rubber wheel, so it's not a foam style wheel. It does take 4 AA's underneath, and on the top side you do get full controls of your trims and your dual rates, both steering and throttle. So if you want to dial down your throttle, hand this over to a kid or someone that may not have the best throttle control, you can definitely do so. You have reversing and of course your on-off switch. You also get a wall charger that plugs straight into the battery. Get a little set of tools here with a couple of Allens, a 1.5 and it looks like a 2.0, and a T-style wrench. Over here is a teeny tiny little servo horn. Might be a different spline tooth, but nonetheless you get an extra little piece there. And last little kind of tool item here is a kind of like a flathead screwdriver and some shock spacers to set your preload. Do get a little packet of little scale stickers, including Makita, Kicker, Reedy, Associated. Pretty nice that they're including that in an RTR. Now, as far as all of the pamphlets and owner's manual, a great owner's manual. This tells you that this is from a company that actually builds cars, because inside of here you get a full blown out view, including assembly instructions throughout. I mean, this is from a professional RC manufacturer, so I was able to tell exactly what was inside that vehicle before even taking the body off. Other items you get in here, you get a kind of like a partner code with VRC Pro for a RC training tool. So kind of cool that they're giving you a little bonus here. Some charger information there, and finally some information about the remote. All right, well, enough of that boring stuff. Let's get to the Apex here. Now, I do have my camera quite a bit lower and it is quite a bit zoomed in, so don't be fooled by the size on your screen there. Really quick measurement of the Apex, just in real world measurements, we're looking at right about 10.5 inches in length, and that is from body to body. The overall width of it is right over 6 inches, and we have a final height of right about 3.5 inches to the top of the roof. So pretty tiny little package, but what's packed inside of there is something that'll definitely perform. So after removing 4 tiny little body clips, you have full access to the under chassis of this vehicle. Now right here, the body, super nice overall, has that kind of gun metal gray look to it, which I really dig, and it has a really good professional decal job. Now on a lot of inexpensive RTRs, you find that the decals are just kind of slapped on there. They've actually done a good job of this with complete a kind of a carbon fiber looking wing on the back here. So this is all Lexan, not plastic at all. So, but very well, nicely done. Underside, it does appear to be a painted body. So this is not screen printed at all. So good job, Team Associated. So onto the chassis here. This thing is tiny now. I mean, it's very small once you remove that that chassis or the body there. So, but everything is just so tiny. I mean, it's little overall. I'll remove just a little warning sticker there, but overall, just a great look to this. You have, you know, kind of standard A-frame shocks right there. These are fluid filled, adjustable by the little shock clips that you can add to it. The ride height is super nice, and you can definitely feel the dampening of these shocks. So nice overall. You are riding on full dog bones, both front and rear. They have non-adjustable turnbuckles, which you'd expect in such a tiny little vehicle. You do have a full steering bell crank, and it is mated up to a micro-sized servo right there. I believe I read it was a mini. This does appear to be a micro. Now, what Team Associated did that was pretty nice was they combined the 370 sized motor right there. This is a brushed motor. Couldn't really find it anywhere that it stated it was brushed, but obviously it is, with just 2 wires coming off of the motor. You do have an ESC and receiver combo unit here. These are all Reedy products and appear to be pretty nice. Have a little capacitor right there and also an on-off switch, so you're able to control everything. The body posts are fully adjustable, so there might be additional bodies or whatnot in the future. We'll have to see about that. And overall, the wheels and tires are pretty nice. These are rubber tires. Do not appear to be any kind of insert. They're almost like a solid rubber, but they do have some cush to them. And the wheels appear to be pretty nice too. The nice spoked design. So you do have the 2.4 gigahertz antenna just kind of sticking up. You can always kind of bend that down so it doesn't have to protrude through the body, but nice that you do have some good control of this with 2.4 gigahertz. Now on the underside here, it is a plastic tubbed chassis, and you do have Phillips hardware throughout with a little peek out right there of the motor just to let rocks and debris escape. So pretty nice overall. On the flip side here, the space for the battery compartment is pretty large for such a small vehicle. So I pulled out the battery, and you do get a 7.2 volt, 6-cell nickel metal hydride, 1100 milliamp, and this is easily replaced by a 2S LiPo of a similar size. And I'll try and have the size of this battery in the video description, so if you want to run 2S LiPo, you'll know exactly what size you need. Well guys, that's going to be my unboxing of the new Team Associated 1/18 scale Apex. This thing is pretty cool. I can't wait to get this thing out and run it, see what it can do. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Well guys, for now, go ahead and check out the RCNetwork.com. Lots of cool info over there. I'm starting up a beginner series here very soon, and you're going to see some pretty cool stuff throughout the website, so definitely check that out. Well guys, that's it for now. If you have any comments or questions, please throw it on down below, and as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now guys. Over and out.